Oh no, how do I stream again? I think that's a good start. Some BGM. Hello! Oh my, oh me, oh my. It's immediate stage fright. Impressive. Oof. Put you on the... Ah! Why am I on a TV? Oh dear. Okay, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, it's been... Sir. Yeah. I had a feeling that was coming up, and so I was like, you know what? What sums up my good friend Tboni and the person who literally drew everything that I am? All that, plus a bunch more that I won't go into for your sake. So I can go take care of pizza and Frankie and phones don't clash. Excellent, excellent. Well, happy to be on the big screen. Thank you all for joining me here. And right after this, there will be NASCAR Cup 500, so stay tuned for the ads. Okay, so let me give a quick hello. Yes, yes. I actually found it random chance. I think it's a free asset. It might be, actually, yeah. A lot's been going on my way. But first, let me give a big hello to Tboni Short. Nice to see you here on the YouTube side. Twyla Dreams, of course. Franky Bagman, my FGC homie. Glitched Phantom on break. Good, because you nearly gave yourself carpal tunnel. Ryan, you were here well before I came back and missing me every day, apparently. And any lurkers, VOD watchers, and anybody who I might have missed, welcome on in. The Bone Man's been out of commission for a month, and it's so good to be back in my own bones. Joke's on you, so I took the... Alright, fine. So, it's been a month. It's been a wild month for a lot of reasons, including yours truly. Was I using someone else's bones while I was sick? More like I'm happy to be back in the saddle of streaming before you live, on the air, etc. Just a turn of phrase. This one's gonna be kinda fourth wall breaking heavy, so maybe be a little bit more literal these days for this one. Hello, Rupee. God, it's been so long since I've said that on the air. Alright. Before we continue, I do have to double check. Joe's playing ain't too loud, right? The piano music is being nice and comfortable in the background, not too low. Not too loud. My immersion. I know. God, he has skin. He has a life. Had to go to the ER. My God. Yeah. We'll be breaking the fourth wall. We'll be referring to the spectral stomach as an actual stomach. This guy has hair, too much of it. I may play a bald guy on the air, but I actually have I have hair that grows back within a month, and facial hair that refuses to leave. Much like Pedro Pascal refuses to leave the limelight, but still. Right. Alright, everybody, is there an ER in Gehenna? Technically, that would be Tony's job, because that's the only osteomancer I know. Leg hair, but still counts as hair, that's true. Yeah, Tboni's the only osteomancer I know, and the Reaper magic can only do structural repairs, so yeah, we might be boned down here. Anyway, okay. I've said hello to everybody. I had said hello to anybody who's lurking around. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday evening. This marks the very start of Ricky T. Bones back in action. At the end of my usual content week because I didn't want to start on Sunday. Thank you, Bagman. So let's get into the serious business real quick, and then we will have happy talk. For those who've not been keeping up with community posts, the Discord posts, social media, maybe you're just a lurker who enjoys watching the Bone Man and then wondered, whoa, the skeleton in my closet went missing for a month, huh? That's fine. I'll just go watch CNNers or something. God, that's a callback. So let's break down exactly what happened. So you note that I started canceling streams left and right. I did mention on stream that I thought I had a stomach bug. And then thank you for withholding that statement. Yeah. So in a nutshell, after meals, this has been going on apparently a little longer. Yeah, GERD. We'll get to the exact diagnosis, but I have plenty of skeletons in my closet for doctoring, but you were my favorite. Aww. Is it because of the fangs, the oversized fangs? Because I'm a freak compared to like somebody who has all of his teeth in order? Not like anybody in the US has their teeth in order, or Britain for that matter. Yeah, so up until I had to take a mandatory downtime, I had been dealing with some weird indigestion, a little bit of bloating, and let me tell you something, what led up to it kind of makes sense. I was not sleeping right. I was drinking coffee in the evenings. I was eating a lot of greasy food, high consumption, and quick consumption at that, because I was always trying to fit everything in, like lunch, speed eat, dinner, speed eat, yeah, it makes sense when you know the answers exactly. But the tipping point apparently was Guinness and all the graduation announcements coming from Hollow, which I do want to say, never has more manly tears been shed than the month of April for Mume and Gura. It is a big loss, and it affected me deeply. And the very night, yeah, April sucked eggs. Gigantic ostrich eggs. And the very first moment I realized, oh, my body's not doing okay, was the night of Mume's graduation, because the next day I felt like shit. Sucking eggs? It's a better way than saying sucking nards, but regardless. So yeah, my body basically said, hey, 1, what the fuck are you doing with our diet? 2, what the fuck are you doing with your sanity? And 3, here's some anxiety for you on top of all that. So everything came to a head, and that stomach bug may or may not have been either anxiety induced or may have been real. But then after the 3 days of sickness, I thought, okay, you know what, I'm okay. I'll take another sip of Guinness, another bottle, as I'm watching the boss's anniversary stream. That did me in too. So stuff starts becoming a pattern, and I start getting sick, and even coffee is doing me worse. So at some point, I give up and say, you know what? No, there's actually something wrong with me. And it takes a lot of convincing of my family, because they don't want to spend money on, like, me. I'm like a kook doctor working at a clinic who can only guess what the hell's wrong with me. And initial idea was that maybe it was something with my gallbladder. So we go to the clinic. Don't kick a bone man when he's down. I'll get to the coffee in a bit. There's still plenty of water left in these eye sockets. You're good, Frankie. I'm doing all right. We're paying off the bills using a healthy credit card. We'll be fine. But essentially, it's water in your eye socket. There's also marrow in my bones, which apparently bleeds blood. We're not gonna go into that, but maybe Tony has threatened to give me a sweating toggle that looks like that. Anyway, don't be so bitter about it. I'm gonna... Okay, so in a nutshell, that visit they worried about gallbladder issues too. Maybe it was a bile duct. Both goes into... God damn it. Hello, Michael. My misery buddy throughout all the month of April. How you doing, bud? Just getting through the bad stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, just to keep everybody up to date. Anyway, so long story short, that day was hell. The brain rot is real tonight, huh? In a nutshell, that was the worst day because I felt like death. I wasn't sure what was going on. One ER visit later and a lot of waiting, and 2 needles in my arm because they couldn't find my vein due to me being dehydrated. Ow. Essentially, I was diagnosed with GERD, which mimics the symptoms of... Yeah, you know what I'm... You know the fun bits about being in the hospital. Second time that's happened, too. I should be drinking more. Anyway, so GERD was diagnosed. They gave me basically a prescription version of Prilosec to walk home with. And essentially told me, yeah, so, you have immense acid reflux, and that little valve down there that keeps the acidic air and bile from coming up, yeah, it's not working properly. So what you're gonna do is change your entire diet, start sleeping with 2 pillows. You don't get to lay down for like an hour and a half or 2 hours after you eat. It sucks being as I am right now. So let me give you a quick rundown of what I cannot have now, because I have overconsumed and overeaten and eaten horrible things for my diet. I cannot have the All-American burger, the beloved tomato sauce on pizza, no pepperoni, no pork, no fatty foods, no goddamn coffee. If I could emote. Wah. Yeah. Hey, yo, Sky! Welcome on to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely day. We are lamenting over how little Ricky can eat right now. Yeah, so any fun food, basically, if it gives you heartburn, if you normally gives you heartburn, you can't have it. Yeah. So, in that wide mug to my left, wait, to my right, is green tea. I had to deal with the shakes, caffeine withdrawals just to get down to that. It does me okay. But my coffee maker is now in storage, sadly. I have learned how to eat plant-based foods, which is decent, if only they didn't spice it up to hell. I started eating a lot more fish, a lot more greens, and I had various panic attacks during all of that, which was fun. Yeah. Exactly, yes. Burgers, tomato sauce, pepperoni, pork, fatty foods, coffee, also spicy stuff, which is terrible because I'm in a Mexican neighborhood. Caffeine in general, soda. There's a whole wonderful laundry list of shit I can't eat. Basically, everything I enjoyed before all this is off the menu, and now I am subsisting off of Alfredo sauce pizza, Alfredo sauce veggie pizza, which is nice. Yes, GERD is potentially reversible. Yes, the valve can strengthen up. Eating less means less stomach acid is produced, etc., etc. Okay, so nitty-gritty aside, yes, it's been hell for the past month, but I survived. I had a lot of scares. The medication, sadly, did not help. Instead, it gave me potentially really low magnesium levels. In a nutshell, I felt like how do I put this? Take anxiety. Anxiety magnifies everything. Now, take take dropping caffeine withdrawals. That's now gonna cause heart fun. Yes, cardio related fun that I won't get into because it's kind of traumatizing to think about. And then you try a new medication that like changes how your body works immediately, and that did not help. So I am strictly on a diet, and maybe Tums when it feels like it becomes too much. But I cannot take that too many times because there is a phenomenon known as acid rebound, and if you start taking the acid blockers or too many Tums, basically your stomach tries to make more and more and more, and your stomach gets all corrosive, basically. So you become codependent on those medication or over-the-counter stuff. So I've got to be careful about what I eat. I got to be careful about what I drink. Almost every fast food chain I know is out of my league. But the good news is that Tums are my favorite candy. Me too, buddy. Me too. But all I have to do now is watch what I eat. I have lost. This is weird for a skeleton to say, but I have lost bone mass, I guess. This whole cough drops, though, they aren't bad. the cough me nuts. But yeah, it's a big change, but it's a healthy one. So now I just have to. I have lost a lot of weight. I think I may have lost 10 pounds during this whole ordeal through various means. I am slimmer now, a lot slimmer. And you might be asking, well, okay, Ricky, if you've gone through hell and back, why are you standing here before you today? Well, first off, I live in hell, thank you very much. It's kind of my home turf. Second, this isn't going to go away. Excuse me. This isn't going to go away within a month. Nutrient deficiencies causing the bone loss. Nah, it's more or less just me saying I have lost about 2 inches of waist on the waist. And a bone man doesn't have any other way to say it in character. But yeah, I am not a skinny legend, but I have lost a substantial amount of weight, and so clothes fit a little looser. Not even standing, you can't fool me. Yeah, so I'm working on it, but it's not keeping me from streaming, it's not keeping me from working on music, so I feel like, you know what, I want at least one part of my life to come back to normal, if I can't have food right now. I don't know if I could ever be a twink. Short, I'm gonna be real with you. I am actually big boned, so I will never be smaller than a size 46, maybe. So you say, but every time you've got a sketch, you're just like, hey, Ricky, look at this thing, and I think, yeah, that's not my reference sheet. I'm kidding. You work on it when you feel like you got the time. It's a passion project. I don't force things on that. Brad, yeah. Yeah. There's never gonna be a twink, Ricky. Not with the way I'm built. But yeah. She's been asking me about... Brother, working 2 jobs can fuck you up. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. Fan art is a thing, yes, and skeletons technically are twinks by default, although, what is it? Not El Sueño, what's his name? Oh god, I don't remember what that guy's name from Coco was. The machismo, dude who was, like, looked up by everyone. Yeah, some people are just built different. Built wrong, built different, take your pick. But yeah, that's the wrap up. Ricky is still sick. I am dealing with GERD. I am dealing with it by maintaining a healthy diet, gonna be exercising more. I'm gonna be sitting down a lot less, hopefully. I was built incorrectly. Me too, buddy. They gave me 2 arms instead. They gave me 4 arms instead of 2 legs and arms. Like legit, my legs are stubby. Now that you're back, Hearthstone? Yeah, maybe, honestly. That's one thing I did want to get to. There is a bunch of channel updates that did arrive, in case you didn't notice. First off, I have removed the CH from the end of my name and replaced it with detective at the beginning. Woo, card games, yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, screw that guess. Yeah. In a nutshell, I'm now Detective Ricky T Bones here and on Blue Sky. That's just a personal thing. I've been seeing like non-corpos and non-Japanese channels just go with their name. I think I'm one of the few to do it with title. But hey, if you want to talk about YouTube meta, being D in a list of A to Z ain't bad. We don't talk about the Undertale community and what atrocities they committed here. I'm a detective. No, I'm a walking, talking, song-playing monkey who occasionally streams every month at this point, I guess. But yeah. So the name change is one thing. The other thing is that I have futzed around with the playlists behind the scenes. Where's the tail? Ask Aegon. He has a tail. I don't know how he got it. The playlists, I've been condensing them a couple more. And now, if you want to go look at some of the series that have been on the Twitch channel or the archive channel, they are available now via playlists on this channel. I made a joke so badly, you say so with quotation marks. I do have a little bit of a rule against sexual content, but this so far has just been alluding to everything. Say so with quotation marks. I know cursed things. I intentionally do not use them to stay all ages friendly. That's my gist. So trust me. If you say it, I probably understand it somewhat. Let's see. What am I thinking of? So, playlists, the name change, and content preferences. So, I guess I can bring this up real quick. I still owe a bunch of people some playthroughs because they've invested in me. Clean chat, yeah. I owe Tony a lot of stuff. I owe everybody the end of Dark Souls, which I will be getting back to this Monday. Because of Mother's Day, I have to move it over one. And I want to go over the schedule for next week real quick. My clothing is morphed bone, so I have a substantial supply. Longer skirt, cape, even some extra linens. What a changeling. Let me bring this up, and it'll be in front of me, so get ready for a jump scare. Alright, so there's going to be a little bit of a change because one of the things I have to worry about is anxiety. Although it has not reared its ugly head recently. I need to keep a mind on my mental health as I get back in the swing of things. So, of course, we go back to Dark Souls. That is my comfort food game. It's the only comfort food I can have at this point anyway. Tuesday, we will be playing Myriad Death, friggin' finally. And Ridge Racer. Yes, you heard right, Bagman. Ridge Racer. Tony got me a capture card, and I watched the Orion twins play one time. And then I tried it. And then I kept playing it. And then I was like, no, Ricky, save your first impressions. For God's sake, save them for stream. Although I love the game. I have missed playing Arcade Racers so much. Anyway, so yes, that's the first week because I need to slowly get back into this. Then, over the next couple weeks, I will be putting the finales we have to finish up spaced out. Because, what is it? We're an endgame Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment. We're in endgame Dead Rising overtime mode. And that's hella stressful. So, going forward, and this is going to be a personal move for my sake, for my mentality. Think of streams going forward as it's going to be Dark Souls or special stream, a one-shot or whatever Ricky's choice is, and then a series that may or may not be ongoing. I'm going to try and finish everything I can, but I'm going to take my time as much as I can. Also, comfort food in Dark Souls doesn't sound like mixes. My dude, I'm a fighting game nerd. I'm a masochist by nature. Oh my god, speaking of fighting games, I gotta get to what I've been doing offline soon. But I mean, I have a busted build in Dark Souls, so it's more comfort food than you'd think. You know, I'm 40 strength, 40 dex, 60 vitality, 30 resistance, which is dumb, and no spellcasting whatsoever. No spellcasting whatsoever, so I am a beefcake in that game, and I am barely afraid of anything, which is why I'm gonna do something as soon as we start up Dark Souls on Monday. I'm gonna snap the ring of protection. I'm tired of having 1900 health and being able to absorb one Quelog blast. It doesn't feel challenging enough. Yeah, that ring. I'm gonna snap it intentionally so I can diminish my ability to light roll with all heavy armor and a heavy two-hander and put myself down to 1500 health. I still earned that 1500 health at the very least. So we're probably not gonna do any more grinding in Dark Souls, thankfully. So I'm a melee build. I have a sword and shield, but I want to be able to be flexible with the rings, not be afraid to do menuing, you know? So I'm going to snap that thing in twain and move on with my game. I kind of wish I had done the grinding on stream, you know, grown along with y'all, but I don't know. Dark Souls seems like a punishing game that's just going to get harder and harder. I mean, think about how many times I died in Blight Town just because I'm bad at gravity. I think none of the monsters stood a chance against me. Throw it in a volcano. I hear Mount Doom is a pleasant this time of year. I just worry about running into the locals. I hear they're obsessed with this one ring or something. Gravity is the enemy, yes. Platforming in Dark Souls is not something I enjoy, just as much as I hate platforming in The Force Unleashed. Oh, God. Right, okay. So, yeah. It's going to be Dark Souls, Ricky's Choice, and then a series we might be working on. And I'm going to pivot to more stuff I want to play. Like, I still owe Grinning Demon as soon as I finish Dead Rising. I still owe him a co-op playthrough of Dead Rising 2. I still haven't forgot about him. And I do want to still do more collabs. $80. Damn, okay. And I do want to play more detective games. I want to live up to my namesake, damn it. I've collected a bunch. I think I have like 8 detective games ready to go. It's bad. It's really bad. But I still want to do stuff. I still want to do stuff with the morgue. And collabs, specifically, like the one me and Tony are trying to organize with the Four Swords Adventures, will not be considered for this template, I guess you could say. So collabs can happen anytime because they are in part based on everybody else's schedules lining up. I know the morgue, yes, and I'm gonna have to enlist some buddies very soon because I found a goofy game that's certain something introduced me to called One-Armed Robber. It's essentially Payday 2, but what if you had Surgeon Simulator's goofy arm mechanics? And it runs like a dream, so you know, I'm all for it. There isn't much content-wise, depth-wise, but I think it'd be a fun time to play with friends. Okay, my bow. Yeah. It looks like fun. It looks stupid, but it actually is mechanically sound. You even get to, like, hold the drill and jiggle a screwdriver and a lock just to pick it open. It's so stupid. I've played it solo a couple times and it looks fun. I thought about sending a link to Ben because I feel like him and his crew would have a good time with it. But I'm a nervous little skeleton. I'm a tiny little skeleton with only 366. Okay, you're on door duty. RTB emotes when? I gotta hit the algorithm lottery, man. Amount isn't everything. Yeah, I mean, look at my relationship with Phantom. You'd swear I was a bottom feeder being a tiny channel talking to a 2,000 channel, but Phantom and I are on an even keel because we're buddies. Hell, the Orion twins stopped by the community post and wished me well. And that was nice of them to do. Who's this nerd? Ah! Ah! Yeah, that's right. That was revealed. I guess you can start using that account then, huh? Everybody, this is Tony's eventual alter ego, Dahlia Inkheart. I helped come up with the name, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. This was under wraps until Tony revealed it on Anna's stream. Anna's interview with Tony. There you go. Now you're modded, buddy. Yeah. Dahlia Inkheart, the osteomancer artist. It's a badass idea. I hope you get to pursue it soon, my dude. If life would stop kicking you in the shins and asking you for more money. Let's see. What else do I got to do? But yeah, collabs. Man, I've been looking at all my on and off buddies like Vapor Skull, like Ben, etc. And it's just like, I realize I am not a good streamer because I have a terrible rig. And a lot of other people are better streamers because they can stream Marvel Rivals and have their VTube, their Live2D or PNG up to play with. So I'm kind of locked out of a lot of cool stuff that's been flavor of the month recently. Hell, I can't even run Lethal Company and stream it. I have to only play it without anything else going. Yeah, Senecal too. Yeah, Senecal. I mean, I have a lot of fighting game overlap with Senecal. He appears every time I mention KOF or Guilty Gear, and I did botch the last Guilty Gear stream by forgetting to share the damn room code. Although I think Bori was probably asleep. Can fight Angel too. Yeah, exactly. Technically, if we count if we count the Mario Kart 8 collab, quote unquote, more like the party game, I have reached my 5 VTuber quota for this year by a tremendous amount. What is it, like Vapor Skull, Skeleben, Twilight Dreams, Sky Axons, get floored by Angel, yeah. I need to practice my Slayer some more before I go toe-to-toe with Angel again. Shit, do I need one more? Maybe. I couldn't care less. It's just a small goal. Sky Axons, that guy is cringe. Nah. He's a swell dude. He's a swole dude too, by the count. But from what I hear. I'll get there clearly. Yeah. That's true. You're also gonna start streaming soon. Jeez. Nah, you're good, bud. You play a lot of long games, and I admire your dedication to finishing all of them. Yeah, assuming the machine spirit is pleased with your efforts, one day your PC will not conk out on you. Yeah, you mentioned we're GERD buddies. It's fine, it's fine. Hey, there's a bunch of protein options out there at least. Yeah. It's gonna be dependent on what Sky can eat, basically. Let's see, looking through my notes here. Ah, yes. So, there is one thing that is gonna worsen a little bit, but you're probably not gonna notice or care for that matter, and it's thumbnails. I'm gonna put a significant less amount of effort in thumbnails. I'm just gonna try and get it out the door good enough instead of artesian like I usually do. Don't know what you can eat or not. If it is GERD, brother, there's a bunch of lists online you might be able to follow. Oh yes, yeah, alcohol is a no-no. God, my chat is full of blue. I have too many friends that check up on me. That makes sense for this stream, I guess. That's a nice problem to have, honestly. I never thought I'd be able to say that in my lifetime. I have too many friends who care about me. That's a good thing to say. You weren't expecting the wrench, brother. You are one and the same. You are my artist and a good eventual streamer. I'm not blue, that must mean I'm green. I mean, I've thought about giving you mod powers, but then you would slap the hell out of Dank every time he shows up, so you know. Gotta be choosy. Alright. I'm married to dedication coming back every month of hell. Is it really that? I feel like a month was enough. But I appreciate the sentiment, Twyla. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to get something back to normal. So anyway, thumbnails, yes, there'll be less effort put into those, so I can have more time for music. I have been in and out of everybody's chats. I've been over on the Orion Twins channel as a chatter. I've been in the boss's chat as a chatter. I've been in Phantom streams every now and again lurking. I have been spending too much time watching VTubers. I'll be working on key art for... Wait, me? Me or somebody else? I don't know. Hey, Prickly Pancake! Welcome on in. We got past all the bad stuff. Now we're just kind of coasting. Should have 2 days off starting to... Okay. Me. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate it. And you might... yeah. Alright, cool. Cool. Thank you for telling me. So, yes, thumbnails, music. More music is being worked on as per Blue Sky recent post. What's a VTuber? Hellify? No. That term changes every day. Gotta finish Ace's stuff, but it shouldn't be too bad. Hey, Ace is paying you. Focus on that shit first. Pitched Ace is also another person I want to collab with at some point, but I've been sick. Yeah. Also, Ace plays a lot of stuff I don't play, which is a problem. He has invited me to play Town of Salem too, though. I used to play that all the time back when it was popular. So music, I have Mimi C's. Welcome on in. Thank you for the welcome back. I have something kind of weird in the works, and I wish I had a sample to show you, but I'm making a new intro BGM that's triple genre. I don't know how to put it. Cinematic is probably the better term for it, because it's like a movie score can be whatever the scene needs it to be, and that's kind of what I wanted this piece to be as an intro. It's original BGM. It's inspired by well, it borrows the structure from... Okay, let me... I'll break this down just because I want y'all to be hyped for it. It has... How do I blink? Cartoon logic, unfortunately. You know, the underworld works in mysterious ways. But essentially, it borrows one of the leitmotifs from... It borrows the leitmotifs and key and time signature from Ricky T. Bones' Office, but it features a brand new melody and every instrumentation I could fit into it. So, and then structure-wise, it follows two mantras. One, if it's a good damn theme, you bet you can repeat it as much as you like the Halo theme. And second, its structure is loosely based on the Max Payne theme from the original game. Loosely. So it's gonna be kind of over the top. I'm probably gonna have to make a low-key version of it for chiller streams. Like more jazzy LA Noir-esque. But the current version right now, I'm so here for over the top. You're gonna enjoy it then. Like over the top, like the current one I've got. Bring on the bombastic. Like your attitude. But yeah, it's... How much do I want to reveal about it? Okay, I'll reveal the instruments, and you'll get to hear when they come in, whenever it is I release it. I just have to re-record some stuff and throw it in the mixer, but it features in no order an electric guitar, a bass guitar, a horn section, trumpet or French horn, I forget. Yeah, trumpet, a cello section, drums. Is that it? Yes. Yes, that's it. And it's in 3/4 time with a lot of familiar sounds. So, get hype. It's it's so nice. No mouth harp, not this time, no. I couldn't track one down. I would have had to gone high and low just to find a mouth harp for this one. But yeah, I tried to be as... I put it to... I was talking to my mother about it, and I put it to her best. When you go shopping for paint, which store do you trust more? The general goods store, or the store that is painted vibrant colors? That... I've seen a lot of those around my town, like dedicated paint shops that just look gorgeous. And so I kind of wanted that same... Both, yeah, but regardless... the one that doesn't hurt my eyes. Okay, Lowe's membership card holder. But yeah, it's I basically want it to be my business card, if you will. You think I leave my house? Well, hell, you gotta go at some point to get some grub. I mean, Popeyes, is it better in store, or is it actually Popeyes is a bad example? You don't want to be anywhere near that mosh pit. DoorDash disagrees. True. Yeah. I actually don't use DoorDash all that much. Popeyes is Yes. Yes. I have to agree. but it's Popeyes. It's a special kind of hell that you indulge every once in a while. It's a guilty pleasure for me, okay? Oh, you don't like chicken. Okay. Yeah, same here, Twyla. Same here. I don't know. Maybe you gotta get closer to the farms for them not to throw on so many preservatives. Pickle menu? Is this a pickle menu? Oh, I guess there is. Yeah. Yeah, it's between Church's and Popeyes around here, but I'm getting hungry thinking about it, and I can't have fried chicken. So yes, Music Focus will be back on the schedule. There's also a cover in the works, not House of the Rising Sun, because I have not had time to properly learn it. And I will get into that when I can get into that. So for now, let's just talk about air fried chicken. No, not... Maybe, I don't know. I've had breaded chicken, well, tofu chicken recently, and the pepper kind of supposedly sent me a fly-in, so I don't know. I don't know how sensitive my stomach is at the moment. Remember, if it causes acid reflux, it's bad for Ricky. So, I guess that's all the important shit. One last thing I will say. The Shovel Knight Supercut never got fixed while I was down and out. I have a theory about how I can fix it. There was some visual glitches, probably because like YouTube VODs aren't the greatest when it comes to like editing them in a software. They're stuck at 30 or fluctuating around 30 FPS, and I can't tell what it is. But it's different every time I download a VOD. It's bad. It's the one thing I do miss about Twitch, is that their VODs were immaculate. And the only thing I miss about Twitch, to be honest. Just gotta play with your flavors and seasonings. I suck at times, but that's how you learn what you can and can't eat. Yeah, it's been dicey, man. It's been dicey. I'm working on it. I'm trying stuff. Freaking apples were too acidic for me. That shows you how sensitive we are at the moment. It's because you're not a partner. You get a better frame rate after each partner, from what I've heard. Oh, okay. Yeah. But for now, I'm focusing on like 30... I'm okay with 30 FPS clips. What was I going to say? So the supercut will come out eventually. Just give me a moment. Okay, much better. I can't eat bacon without being sent to the Lady Bones room. Oof. Yeah, that is rough. Yeah, I had bacon once, and that did not go over well. It was so delicious, but God, I was laid out within an hour. And that was early on, don't worry. Bacon. So yeah, that's all I got for you update-wise. All the content, and then finales, like I said, I'll be spreading them out. Oh, great, it's you! Well, thank you for the welcome back, Magalore. Hi, how are you doing this evening? Nice to see you. Now, I now understand what lactose intolerant people have to go through. Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't imagine never eating cheese. I will never let that go, no matter how much it hurts. I can eat low-fat cheese, thankfully. So, like, white cheese, like mozzarella, provolone, maybe. There's all sorts of options, thankfully. Oh. Yeah, brother, what can you eat? Air? That is bullying me in DM, stripper of mud. Parmesan? I think so. I think feta cheese might have knocked me down. Cheddar or possibly water mostly. Oof. About to risk it all and take a Lactaid. Yeah, I've seen that a lot, yeah. So yeah, now that all the serious business is out of the way, that took a full hour. But I guess a live recap should take a decent amount. We can just start chatting away and then we'll call it around the usual 2-hour mark. God, I need to practice talking again. I feel like my lips haven't moved this fast in like, yeah, probably a month. Thank you, Twyla. It's nice to be welcomed back, especially watching my subscriber count slowly dwindle. It's not a number I really care about. I care about having fun and making memories that I can look back on. But it does demoralize you a bit, not being able to put out anything. Goat milk. I do need to cut down on lactic acid, so maybe just to add like tea is okay, but I've never had a good taste for tea. Like green tea just kind of tastes bitter, like bitter water. Chamomile, it's relaxing, but it also tastes like hot water. I don't know. And I actually, okay, now we can talk about the fun stuff while I was gone. So, struggling with this, with those milestones on, I'm working seriously on voice acting. Hey, voice acting is going to pay off more than streaming ever will. Actually, no. It's dicey, depending on where you are in the biz. One or the other could pay off more. They can feed into each other. But I've been popping into your streams or watching a couple of VODs and hearing that you're getting serious in your local work environment. So good luck to you on that. I wish I could do the same, but as far as I know, there's no good studios around where I live, and my room is not good for voice acting opportunities. I can do like amateur stuff probably, or voicing comics if I wanted to, but I just don't have the environment to do a clean record. Actually working with a guy who does audio and voice work at the moment. Yeah, Valentine. We talking about Valentine? All the homies doing things. Yeah, and you're rocking out. You're trying to learn guitar as best you can, brother. Good luck on that. I'd like to think this is probably some of my finest guitar work yet. And let me tell you something. Friggin' bending a bass string sucks. Oh my god, why did I put bends in my song? Because they sound awesome, but still, why did I put a whole step bend into my song? Oh god. Just play guitar for fun? That's also applicable. Because you can do it. That's the idea, Twyla. That's the idea. It's a flex. It is a hardcore flex that I can play bass and electric guitar and be my own band. Yeah, the entire song is going to be a flex. No doubt. But still. Gotta stay humble. Gotta stay humble. I'm a talented individual, but I gotta stay humble. So I could play the belly drum. God damn it, Michael. You have cursed me with brain rot out the wazoo. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Mostly because I don't have a belly. So while I was down and out, there was I was thinking Patrick from SpongeBob, but yeah. While I was down and out, I got to experience a wonderful myriad of things that I normally don't have time for. I watched most of Tombstone. Finally, I have to finish it at some point, but I was anxiety ridden, so you know, cowboys and main characters dying wasn't the greatest. I watched a little bit more JoJo Part 2. Only a little bit. The Pillar Man is terrifying. So far. What is it? Did I finish anything? Man. I bought an electric kettle to start making tea properly. I initially started with black tea, but that kept sending me off the edge, so I swapped down to green tea. God, caffeine withdrawals suck. If you think about quitting caffeine, just don't do it cold turkey, please. That his name's Caesar? Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. I'm gonna double check something here. Man, yeah. Yeah, I was having an okay time, but one of the things that really... You cold turkey pop back in 2017. Yeah, cold turkey pop ain't difficult. You just... And funny enough, when you cold turkey soda, you just kind of lose the taste for the sugary drinks. Like, it just tastes like sugar. Like milk specifically. I stopped drinking milk, and boy howdy, does it just taste like I am drinking a friggin'... It just tastes like I'm drinking an entire glass of sugar. I never got into milk as a kid. I had hot milk as a kid, but not a lot of milk. Now soda, well, obviously I can't have it now because of my GERD, but soda... Rigmond. Hey, B Sizzle, Beheaded. Oh, wait, no, not B Sizzle. Slayer. Slayer, goddamn. I know too many bees around my area. What's up? What's up, Carousel Slayer Beheaded? Welcome on in. We weren't talking about fighting games for once, but here you are. I'm happy to be back. And this starts the usual content schedule of Ricky T. Bones. Next week's gonna be fun. Gonna be slowly getting back into the biz. I saw that. Yeah, you were in Franky's chat talking about your love for roguelikes. It's a nice rabbit hole to go down, and a healthy amount in the indie scene. A lot of good cheap options out there. So one of the things that surprisingly calmed down my anxiety, was there's this local station that we have called MeTV, and they show a bunch of nostalgic stuff, and they have an app that they're partnered with called Friendly, and that they have an offshoot called MeTV Tunes, and it's not like Saturday morning cartoons or Nickelodeon or 4Kids or stuff like that. It's vintage stuff, Cartoon Network, Tom and Jerry, etc. FGC's in shambles. I've been hearing the opposite. I hear we're in a renaissance. Other games to try so far. Well, maybe the European scene has been working rough, but the US scene is always thriving. Japan, well, we know Japan's on a whole nother level every day. Still not used to this name. Well, I'm not used to calling you Dahlia just yet, but I don't know if you want me to call you Dahlia. Okay, yes, Season 2. Yes, I've heard Season 2 of Tekken 8 is a train wreck, which I guess we'll get on to that tangent now. That is a nickname we do have for Dahlia, yeah. I don't know if you want me to start you... if I want you to start... Brain? We're running around in circles. Stop chasing your tail. I don't know if you want me to make it official when you debut. Gotcha, okay. That I can deal with. I'm good with doing that. Whenever you want me to, I'll call you in character. Just call me Head if the name gets too tedious after a while. As you wish. As you wish. But yeah. Speaking of Tekken, for reasons I can't get into, I have been hardcore grinding to figure out how the hell Tekken works off stream. I'll get back to the cartoons tangent in a bit. I have played non-stop. I've been... Lucky Chloe came back. Nice. Yeah, I know, Tony, I know. Just, what is it? Why do I want to board this? So, for reasons I can't get into, I've become invested in learning how to play Tekken 7, because I own it. and I want to play it. I want to finally play it and understand it. And as I've learned recently, I can't learn shit well if I am in front of a live audience. Like, I'll admit, I did really well learning how to play each Guilty Gear Strive character, but there are some things that you just cannot learn while trying to be entertaining. Tekken, it seems to be one of them, and I am still stuck between trying to choose a main. I invested so much time into figuring out, 1, how the hell it works, 2, whether or not I need a fight stick. I do. And 3, I don't know who to main. I have a hard tie between King and his immensely difficult executions. Okay, good to know. I have Miguel, who is an okay starter for somebody who's barely new to the game, but he's a stance character, which is hard. I have Steve, who is also stance, but also boxer. Only boxer. And he can bob and weave, so it's a lot of read play. And then there's Brian Fury, who is he just melts people, but he is hard commit, so he's easy to punish. I am Steve. Yes, I'll never live that down. Tekken's been a ride, that's for sure. I'm actually considering dropping Tekken entirely since the game feels too serious to play and there's no room for fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I gathered from Tekken 8 looking at it. You don't know if... yeah, you don't consider Smash a fighting game or something? You've never seen Kazuya? Anyway. And then I have a weird love for the meme lord of Tekken himself. Excellent! Lee Chaolan. Shaolon. He wears a suit. His legs do most of the talking. And I can put a skeleton mask on him and it kind of works. So, you know, I consider Smash a fighter. It's a platform fighter. Yeah, exactly. I think it's not considered a real fighting game if it hasn't been to a tournament. And every so-called party or casual fighting game has been to a tournament at least once. Maybe not Guacamelee, but I don't know. I feel like that's at least been a side pool. But yeah, I consider Smash to be sweaty in the right circumstance, especially you and your Jigglypuff. You have that style locked down and key. Welcome back, Ryan. You don't know the fighting games. Well, there you go. Call me out. I'm just calling it like it is, man. There has been one fighting game that's been on my mind recently, though, aside from learning how to play Tekken finally. And I will stream it as soon as I figure out what's safe to work with it. Like VTube Studio or PNG, whatnot. I will stream my practice at some point. It is, I'm not gonna lie. Jigglypuff is the secret hidden boss of Smash. Truly. Truly a more capable opponent to Sephiroth. But I've been thinking about possibly reaching out and see who wants to play an Idol Showdown tournament. Like, just for fun. Like, I know I have a list of Dream fighters, Dream participants. Jigglypuff with one of my mains in 64. Nice. Yeah, Kirby is also a menace. Kirby has a just depiction in what is it called? There was a super serious mini-series back in the day that Matthew Mercer played Ganondorf in. There Will Be Brawl, and they made Kirby into a friggin' cannibal because he eats other fighters. That was an accurate depiction of every Kirby main out there. But I've been toying with the idea, like the Dream Tournament for me, it would be a top 8 I would sort everybody by skill level as best I could. Like, put them together fight card style. But it would only be, like, VTubers, I think, quote-unquote. Or at least my fighting game fellows. So, like... Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. So, the Idle Showdown is a pixel fighter, Tony. You might be able to run it. Although it has had a substantial performance drop and then re-up recently, so I'm not sure where it could be for your rig. But I think like the ideal situation would be, oh, hello, honeybee. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We're going to be chatting for a little bit longer. Don't worry. You're not terribly late. You just missed all the recap about where I've been, what I've been doing, what's happening channel-wise. But long story short, I'm returning to streaming. I'm still sick, but at least I can sit at my computer. Speaking of fighters, the original Street Fighter in the arcades, instead of having 6 buttons, there were 2, punch and kick, with strength depending on how hard the button was hit. So to do a special move, you had to hold the button, do the input, then release the button, which was difficult. Because Ryu did small hops instead of walking forward. Wow. You know, funny enough, they actually mimicked that system technically in Smash with the Street Fighter tie-ins. You're technically only allowed to, it's like tap is light, hold release is medium, hold is heavy, and it doesn't get any easier. It's not easy to do. Yeah, GERD and anxiety, but the world ain't stopping for no one. Exactly. So I'm still working on music. I'm going to work on releasing the content I previously promised, like the supercut, more clips. I've got a content machine I can deal with. But I'm going to spend less time on thumbnails. I'm going to be more conservative about what games I put on the lineup. Hoot evening, Inochi. Nice of you to drop by and say welcome. It's been a while since you've been around here. Hope you've had a lovely day or evening. So what's the word? Where was I? So Tekken 7, Street Fighter, and the tournament idea. I don't know. Like, interest, who I would invite, and the worry about skill gap. They don't have mediums. Oh. Damn. Okay. It's only light and heavy. Okay, I didn't realize that. That makes a lot of sense, actually. At least you got... It's no... No need to know, Chi. I've got thumbnails under lock and key. I just need to spend a little bit less time on them. I'm okay. I just need to spend... I need to put less... What's the word I'm looking for? I need to be less ambitious with my thumbnails and be okay with reusing them every now and again. Like Dark Souls, for example, going forward, I can actually pull that one up right now. Let me go ahead and show you the next Dark Souls thumb. Ooh, okay. It's fun. Try you some in pain. I'm good. You could fix that, Tony, but you just got done telling me that you're extra busy and you've got 2 days off that you're going to spend on everybody else. We'll worry about making mini Rickies when we know what we're working with. Okay, there it is. So, moving forward, like for example, this is an example of making them more simple. I took that spiffy... Okay, well played, beheaded. Well played. Boom. I took that spiffy fire that I created and I decided to turn it into a template. So now it's going to be Fire Sword Ricky. It's become a running thing that I douse my sword in fire before I engage a boss. Which is pretty cool. It started with the Pit Fiend fight. Or whatever that thing was that had its insides out. And I just like, you know what? Charcoal resin is actually really cheap. I don't see why I shouldn't. So now it's going to be this little ditty plus whatever is next on our agenda in the background. So that's easy enough to do, because let me tell you something. The dragon, the gaping dragon. Let me tell you something. There is no camera mode in Dark Souls. There is only a friggin' binoculars that you can use to snap lovely photos, which is how I got the loading screen and the goodbye screen. There is no good way to get thumbnail shots in DS. Hell, even on the wiki, they had to like transport out of there and then take the picture at the last second just for it to work. Just to get some glamour shots for the wiki. So to simplify that and have not worried about it, it needed to happen. And then the rest of the ones I've got for this week are a little more artesian, but they work. They work. They didn't take me longer than an hour, maybe less. The Ridge Racer one actually did okay. But I'm gonna spend less time on thumbnails, spend more time. Also spend less time in other people's chats, and spend more time working on fun stuff for this channel. I'm not down and out anymore, and I've been funning myself to death. I feel like I need to do something more. That's the idea going forward. But yeah, what in the hell was I talking about before all this? Boredom is a bitch, yes. Fighting games, yes. So yeah, Tekken is on my to-do list of stuff to stream. Probably be solo. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of labbing. I'll be honest. I'm going to do a lot of figuring out what the hell is going on, and then I will do my best to try and beat... Is it Devil Jin at the very end, or is it Devil Kazuya who's the main boss? Because I have not been able to get past Lady Mishima. I have not been able to get past Lady Mishima with anybody. I feel comfortable with my PC actually working. Need to figure out what to test streaming on. Devil Jin, okay, yeah. I want to try and finally beat the arcade mode in Tekken, because right now I'm a fledgling. I think if I really wanted to, like, if I actually wanted to beat Lady Mishima, I would have to learn how to play Akuma, because that's one, he breaks the game. Two, he's a character I actually know how to play, and he's literally just SF4 Akuma, who I know how to play. I mean, you could do that, Michael, or you could, like, I mean, your Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay was fun, but maybe you don't want to stress out your PC too much. Throw fireballs and win. Yeah. Yeah, the crossovers in Tekken 7 are amazing. I was just like, I tried Akuma for like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, first off, let's see how much of SF4 carries. Yep, that's Tatsu into Shoryuken. Okay. Yeah, that this is actually just SF4 Akuma and Tekken 7. Midpoint of the game. Some slight buffers every now and again. Please disregard it. We'll see if I can fix that later. No Vega. I'm hoping season 3 brings back Vega from the dead. Spin to win. Oh yeah. There's a lot of... There's a lot of good stuff. Eventually, I will play Hearthstone again. Don't you worry. But, I do want to mention one thing. In case anybody is interested, I might be a part of a small little chess tournament being put on by the Orion twins. It's still being worked on as we speak in their Discord server. But I've shown some interest. They're trying to put it together with their community, and if I'm allowed, it seems like it'd be a lot of fun, though I probably won't stream my POV. They're going to be hosting on their channel at some point. Hopefully it doesn't fall through. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I got my ass beat by a bot already once in chess.com. Maybe that can be content too, I don't know. I'm sorry. Akuma. Acme. Good old Acme with them Semporyukins. Forgive me, my pronunciation. Hakuna Matata. Called it by Bison back. About Q beheaded. They called him back, but not in the way you wanted. He's cosmetic. He got banished to the cosmetic realm. Franky's still reeling from his loss. Dan, I could... Dan... yeah. My reaction exactly. Q. Oh, poor Q. Never gonna see Q past third strike, huh? Man. The one thing, however, to fear is that Makoto didn't receive any cosmetics. So remember one of Mori's streams being like, what is she? Yeah. Yeah, I am a born and bred Texan, and the way I say shit is usually wrong. Like, I always pronounce D-A-W when everybody says daw, and it pisses everybody off. I just like saying D-A-W. It's fun. Let me have my fun. Oh, poor Franky. It's okay. It's okay. You have somebody fight as Lucky Chloe soon. Whenever Star Wars... Whenever you can free up 80 gigs of space again. I promise GIF correctly. Well, Phantom also does, like, nonsense karaoke, so, you know. Sounds like people need to chill. It happens. It was like one other musician who was a bit hoity-toity for his liking. I don't talk with him anymore anyway. Let's see what I was gonna say. So yeah, Tekken 7, and then chess.com. I hope that works out. Is there anything else? I did want to mention one crazy thing. That Tunes channel I was talking about earlier. Actually, Akuma's name is Goki. True. And by that logic, everybody's name is Vega, Bison, and Balrog, and, well, we'd get sued out of hell. Whoa, that's a cat. Boys are fighting again. Good grief. Joku. Kidding. G stands for graphics. Okay. Yeah, the boys get rowdy every once in a while. Gifted exists as a word before the internet. When it was used in Old Britain, it was for that. Wow. Put his femur in the mechanism. Graphics. God. Wait, that reminds me of somebody who got clipped saying that. Was it the Game Grumps? I don't remember. Vegan is Balrog, Bison is Vega, Balrog is Bison, yeah, so everybody calls him Claw, Dictator, and Boxer. Yeah, that's a whole mess, but, man, speaking of Boxer, Steve Fox looks like a lot of fun. If I just, like, get my read game down, I feel like he'd be a lot of fun. His light jabs are almost like a gift from God. They're so good. His left, right, left is good. He is fun as hell, yeah. I just know that I'm gonna suffer from the same fate. Because I threw a lot of straight punches when I was fighting the bot, and it was just like short, whiff, short, whiff punish, short, whiff punish. It was so bad. I probably just need to get out of that, like, I need to get out of the mentality that I'm playing Dudley, where his reach is very deceptive, and just play Steve Fox as he's meant to be, like up close and personal, getting in when they least expect it. But I need to work on my Tekken 7 skills a lot more. Let's see, what else was there to say? Oh yeah, so last thing I want to anecdote about. When I was watching cartoons at 4 in the morning because I was up with anxiety. Yeah, exactly. And that's scary to do in Tekken. Especially against a Mishima. Or King, for that matter. I discovered a lot of cartoons I didn't know existed. Because it's a variety channel, and they have, like, all this outdated stuff, and it's run on the internet. So, for starters, I knew about the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. I didn't think it was that good. It's quite the series to go look back on. And it was weird hearing Garfield's voice coming out of Bill Murray's character, but you know, it's okay. It is good. But I didn't know, and this shocked me when I heard about 3 things. So 3 things. First off, I got to see a little bit of Speed Racer. That was weird. A little bit, not a lot. I found out Police Academy, the comedy, has a cartoon series. And it's so goofy as shit. The voices alone are worth going back to watch that. But for anybody who doesn't know, Police Academy is like a raunchy comedy from like the 80s, I want to say, or 70s. And I discovered one more that I have never heard of. Oh yeah, the Men in Black cartoon as well. Yeah. One of the things I never knew existed was a port from Japan called Marine Boy. And it's like, if you thought Speed Racer was unhinged, you ain't seen nothing. Marine Boy flat out kills people by knocking away... Okay, so the entire series takes place underwater. Ignore the log song in the background. That's my roommate sleeping. Oh dear. Marine Boy is an underwater hero who takes a pill and is able to breathe underwater. He uses a magic electric boomerang, and he is part of a sea defense force. And there is constantly shenanigans happening where he and the sea force respond, and he flat out kills everybody because it's all underwater. If he knocks a boomerang into them, they lose their diving equipment and they drown off screen. He throws his boomerang at a sea craft. It explodes. Moving on. He's a freaking killer, man. And he's so innocent looking. It's such cheap animation, but it's on there, I found out, because it's one of the first Japanese animation studios to do an American animation. The Forbidden Love Child of Aquaman and Punisher. What is it? More like... I don't know, maybe. But he has no remorse. He laughs it off. It's just like... wanton death is treated with no gravitas in that series. And it's all... And I looked it up. It's on YouTube. Borrowed. Namor if he wasn't a piece of shit. Actually, yeah, probably. That's actually a really good... That's actually a really good way of putting it. Because he can't communicate with the creatures. He just has like a token dolphin friend. Boy, it is fun. Ain't it though? Not for me, I'm a detective. I have to investigate murder all the time. All that dusty stuff. And yeah, aside from that, I got to watch Super Friends a bit. That was weird. I watched one episode where it was about like tycoons threatening the world, and then Captain Not Nemo threatening them with weather change. It was a little too on the nose given current circumstances, but you know, it was something to watch at 4 a.m. So yeah, that's been what I've been up to. Tekken 7, I did finish another game off stream called Always Sometimes Monsters. Highly recommend if you want like a choose your own adventure that actually lets you dictate what's happening. But it is a mature game. Fair warning. It's a very mature game and it's a little too real, but it's a wonderful RPG maker game. Yeah, 4 a.m. Brother, I had severe anxiety. I couldn't sleep. Every time okay, this is kind of dark to say, but I will flat out tell you, I was afraid to go to sleep because of the aforementioned heart fun I was having. So I barely got any sleep during my first couple days of dealing with GERD. Hell, for first week maybe. Yeah, so that was not fun. That was not fun. Also been watching more Lupin the Third. Well, Lupin in general. Yes, another cat. They're loud, man. When they want to get loud, they'll get loud. You know how much of an nostalgic trip is to hear the intro still basically sound the same after over 30 years? Really? Even the CG one? Sick. Why would it be fun? I'm just trying to be... I'm trying not to be the tough guy. That's all. Hopefully you'll have time to watch some of the anime that is peak. I watched Girl in Lagann once. I cried enough during one anime. I have been keeping up on the series. Okay, I'll tell you right now, the series I am working through, and I'm never gonna get them done, given my schedule, is Fruit Basket, the remake, and JoJo. Those are the only two anime I am currently working on. I don't need to watch it again, damn it. I don't need to cry again. I don't want to lose him again. Please. I can't keep reliving it. How far am I in JJBA? Jonathan, what is it? So Jonathan Joestar, Joseph. Joseph has just come face to face with the Pillar Man. That's how far I've gotten. Barely in. Basically the same leitmotif, but different sound. Ah. Part 4 sounds more stringy. Part 6 is rock. Nice. Nice. Joseph Joestar, yeah. Pillar Man theme is peak, though. I will have to listen to it, because the music in JoJo is hard to comprehend amidst all of the narration. But I'll keep an ear out for it. So yeah. Still haven't watched nor one. Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann. It's one of those few anime that is not an anime. Like, legit. It doesn't take place in a school. It doesn't have overarching relationships. It doesn't have like interesting intricate web of lore you need to understand. Everything you need to know is put in front of you, and it is the only anime thing about it is the power of friendship. Everything else is heartily unique, and it's good. It's worth however much time you need to take to watch it. Highly recommend. Do it before you die. Must watch. For real. Still I didn't have the movie night. Yeah. Yeah, what was it you wanted to show me? It's worth watching. Yeah, basically. Simone's speeches had me feeling like I was going to throw hands. Yeah, it really fires you up. I don't have to. I don't want to. I don't want to go through that pain again. Please. I have lost too much. Oh, The Big Lebowski. That's right. Yeah, well, you need to watch The Big Lebowski at some point. There's a lot of movies I ain't seen yet. Thankfully, I have seen the ones that matter to me the most, like Heat, LA Connection, Cry of the City, Skyward Sword when I have time. Used to be deathly afraid of Iron Maiden. Specifically when you were... You know what? Iron Maiden, I can understand. It's kind of a lot to deal with. Especially the Trooper and... It's just a sledgehammer of sound and high-end vocals. It's a lot to deal with. As a kid, I can understand it. The album cover scared the shit out of me, like how the 90s kids were afraid of Queen's News of the World album cover. Yeah, and now here you are watching a skeleton in a suit talk to you. Take some meds, man. Those allergies ain't going away anytime soon. I've heard some people with allergies have to, like, detox by, like, taking off everything they wore outside after they step in and just throwing it in a hamper. Albums. Ah. Just the album. Okay, that does make a lot of sense. I mean, you're not exactly a spooky skeleton. I would try the throat thing again, but my voice has been pretty fried from acid reflux, so I probably shouldn't. I would try the scary voice again, I should say. Still carried over. Yes, the wonderful game both you and I know is a rock album covered with fighting game characters attached to it. Man, but yeah. I guess that's pretty much wraps up what's been going on off stream. So yeah. Yeah. No good, anyone dead, exactly. Yeah, I overworked myself, I'll be honest. I overworked myself. I didn't give my meals the time that needed. I ate way too much junk food. And I drank way too much coffee and beer. I did this to myself. I'm doing a lot better. Hate the Guns N' Roses, so you've used... I'm with you there, friend. Guns N' Roses... What is it? Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, and then they're slowed down and performed by a children's choir. Or like a solo female vocalist. Or they do boom clap remixes. It's... Stop ruining my nostalgia for these awesome rock bands. Come on. ABBA too, yeah, ABBA too. Not like that, yeah. Yeah, it's... The world of trailer music is a personal peeve of mine. I get it. I understand it. But god damn it, stop giving it to them. Give us some silence, or maybe... I don't know. Don't use the... What's it called? Tales from the Crypt intro every time you want to be spooky, please. It's a wonderful thing. Trailers. There's so much of a gambit, and they think they know what they're doing, but they don't know how to sell them anymore, man. They really don't. Like, every trailer I've seen, the best trailers have been unedited clips of the movie. Baby Driver is a great example of that. They just flat out put out the entire opening sequence, one of the best parts of the movie, for free by Sony Entertainment themselves. Just put out a clip of the first car chase. And that's all they had to do to sell me. Talaga, Slayer, I don't think Slayer could ever work in a trailer format. Black Sabbath, yes. Black Sabbath needs to be in more trailers. I'd pay more money to hear Welcome to the Jungle in a Jumanji trailer again. That is fitting. That is fitting. That is way too fitting, yeah. Yeah. Man. It's good to be back chatting again. I'm sorry I haven't been able to, like, sweet God in heaven. I'm terrible at, like, organizing stuff to do with friends when I have downtime. And it's just from having no friends growing up, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how to maintain friendships all that much, and I keep forgetting that, oh hey, maybe Tony would like this, I should send this to Tony, or hey, maybe Frankie would like this. The only person who consistently I go back and forth with is Michael, and it's because VTubers are everywhere. And there's funny shit happening all the time. And Recco so far has been a massive soap opera from what I hear, and I ain't even touched that. Imagine having friends. Yeah, it couldn't be me. As I look at my chat full of mostly blue names. The Scorpions. Rock You Like a Hurricane. Oh, that ruins that song immediately for me. Great. It's whatever. It's not like my favorite Pink Floyd song isn't about doing drugs. There is no pain you are receding. I don't know. You have wonderful. How do I describe it? Talking to you, Tony, is like having a wonderful, and I don't mean this in a demeaning way. It's like every time I get into a conversation with you, it's like coming home to a dog that missed you all day. Like, you have so much you want to talk about with me. It's wonderful. It's nice to have a friend who knows how to yap. Mostly because it's like, all I have to do is really react and play off of you. It's nice. It's nice. I do have to muzzle you every now and again, but that one is also about society as a whole. Yes, it's also about, you know, take this medicine, go about your business. That'll keep you going through the show. Yeah, it's a wonderful, deep song, and it has the best solo I can't play. I do love playing that song, though. I play it a lot on Rocksmith, and I want to do another Rocksmith karaoke at some point. If only to flex a little bit of how much I've gotten better. Tony has told me on no uncertain terms, Ricky, you can tell me to shut the fuck up. You can, because I know I will go on until the end of times. So I have only had to use that once, thankfully. Yeah, me too, man. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah. Someday, man, someday. I have to get through a lot of other stuff first. But the next song, I have started putting it together. The next karaoke, I've started putting it together. It's gonna be rockin', metal, and some weird vocals. I'm gonna be powering through it, basically. Like, I'm gonna really put more emphasis on sharp, hitting stuff hard, belting it, doing a considerable amount of just rocker singing that I don't get to do. Normally I do like smooth tone or highly sophisticated, or takes accuracy but anger, power, edge. The edgy stuff. That's the stuff I want to do. Like the metal Christmas karaoke. Yeah. Glad you're reminiscing about those scary music. Ooh. Nah. I thought about doing some Alice Cooper stuff, but I just can't hit his range. Like, you're poison. If I do that for forever, it's gonna suck. A little bit of distortion does not work with me all that well. And then some rockers actually use falsetto, which I don't have. But I did manage to get through, what was it? Yeah, I remember that story. Remember you telling me that. You're lucky then, yeah. But I did promise Michael I would try one AC/DC song, and the one I kind of want to do is Sun. Oh, there it goes. Nope, it didn't work. Thunderstruck. I don't know if I could actually do that for a full song, though. See? My voice is so, like, a little ragged from the little acidic air that's been coming up. But at the same time, I've also been talking for almost an hour. 2 hours. So that's probably expected. Opera mode or not at all. Uh-huh. Put 'em up. Show us. Put 'em up. Debut already so I can roast you in karaoke. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sure you've got a wonderful singing voice, Tony. But yeah, I wanna really do some stuff that I never really get to do because I do a bunch of like crooner stuff. Like, what is it? I want to do some punk. I want to sing the 2000s, 2010s classics of edge rock, grunge rock. But I wanna get that smoky sound. I want to get that smoky sound that my voice has when I'm singing rock and put it to good use. I love it, and I don't get to use it enough. So yeah, that's the idea for the next karaoke. I wonder, do I have that set? Do I have a set list? Boys being the ones singing them instead. Damn, that's a compliment, man. It's a compliment to get to hear that your voice is what they remember, as opposed to the original. That's a damn. That's a compliment right there. Thank you. Do it, coward. Post it in the Discord. I dare you. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. If you feel like it, because people do get performance anxiety, and not everybody can sing in front of a crowd. I shouldn't be rude like that. Do I have that playlist? I would be over here, not on the channel. Oh no, wait, no, it would be here. Sorry, I've been reshuffling my channel. I only have one. Oh wait, no, I saved it as a Google Doc. Hold on. Never heard the original until you had health issues, so of course your voice is what I remember. Really? Well, I'm happy to have introduced you to a lot of good stuff then. I'm going to look at the set list I'm working on. There it is. Ideas right now. One thing I wanted to sing for a while is Crypt by Radiohead, but I got to work on my falsetto. Live and Learn just seems too fun to not try. Escape from the City, I've sung that on stream as a joke. I need to do it for real this time. Other ones a lot of ones I've sung before. That's one of the edgy ones in the end. I don't think I can do that. And then I just want to do Even Flow because it's so ridiculous. Even though I might be able to sing that. Like butterflies up in the sky, I want to get away. I want a Milky Way. Yeah. I can do all sorts of shit now that I've actually got my vocal cords in proper control. It's just a matter of practicing the lyrics now. Like, I've learned a lot, and I'm happy that I can, like, hit weird stuff like that. Oh, this is one from my MX vs. ATV days. MX vs. ATV Unleashed had a banger playlist for Racing 2. It had Analog, it had Alkaline Trio, it had Rise Against, and it had Papa Roach. And I can always hear this one as it was in my head. It was like, I'm feeling rational, so confrontational. To tell the truth, I am getting away with murder. Oh, so good. And then Dave Matthews Band, because my older half brother, he used to be a gig player with a band, and he loved the shit out of Dave Matthews. His guitar style is based on that tricky playing the Dave Matthews Band can do, and he's a freaking bard. He's an amazing guy. I wish he'd put his stuff on YouTube. Right now he's been doing a lot of stuff on TikTok. He's written a couple songs. His daughter knows how to play. Papa Roach once they were assholes. That I can also understand. A lot of grunge bands were just kind of there for the beer and put on a show and leave. Nah. Separate the music from the artist sometimes. But yeah, it's a work in progress. I'll get around to practicing at some point. But we'll see what ends up on the set list. We'll see what my voice can handle after being out of action for a month and being tested with acid reflux. But I think, damn, we've covered a lot of ground in only 2 hours. So, it feels good to be back, y'all. Sorry for anybody who I haven't reached out to in a while. I hate being sick. I hate being down and out. But at least one aspect of my life is going to be coming back to normalcy. I'm going to dox myself, but if you ever come to my hometown, I'd be so down to introduce one of my good mean guys. Why do I need to meet another good mean guy? I am one. I'm mean looking, but I ain't mean. Let's see. So, what else is there anything else I need to say before we wrap up? I guess just a reminder of the schedule. Big gruff biker looking dude that runs a guitar shop, does a lot of local work. Ah, that kind of tough. Damn, okay. Yeah, don't be shrimping. Don't be shrimping, Tony. Sorry, it's been a month since I've been able to call you out like that. Yeah, kinda, yeah. I can be real mean looking. Like, my meanest look is black jeans, black leather shoes, dress shoes, but nobody can tell. Black belt, a mean looking t-shirt maybe, and a black denim jacket that has the word deadbeat on it. Pair that with my ghastly looking eyes, sunken in and shadowed. And suit review is coming back at some point, yes. Outfit analysis will return probably next week. Next week. Because it's not going to take much. It doesn't take expertise. It takes me nerding out, and I'm all for that. And anyone who knows what a deadbeat will know, you're just a big fucking weeb. Yeah, buddy. Only regret I have is that I don't think I had space enough to put this space between dead and beat. So it's just deadbeat. And an old lady asked me once, "Wow, that's a nice jacket. Who's the band Deadbeat?" I was like, "Lady, it's a fan name. You know, like the Parrot Heads for Jimmy Buffett. God rest his soul." Resting bee face add up to a menacing look. That's the idea, yeah. So, oh boy. People are walking in and out of this room as per usual. So I think that pretty much covers how Ricky's doing. Where we're going from here is going to be as chill as can be. My focus will try to be more on music. Once I'm fully recovered, I'll start looking for a job. Yeah, Dolly is going to be sugar skulls slash bones. Y'all are hopefully, yeah, because y'all are hopefully sweet. That's nice. No worries. Well, actually, kind of worries. We're about to wrap up. Yeah, we were just talking about potential metal karaoke coming up soon. So, the outfit analysis will return. I just have to reset that up, and I will nerd out again on stream. Hopefully not be too long. And I have some additions to make to that list. The Tempest boys got some suits for the Tempest Gala. I'm gonna look at those things and judge them harshly because they are goofy. And I'm not sure they're all exactly good designs for their body types. Can I suggest character for an outfit that needs an outfit analysis? If it is a formal wear, you may try. But I don't think I have any more room on the docket, to be honest. I just need to finish my list and then I'll move on. But the part 2 thumbnail is ready. I just need to decide a time. Jin Kisaragi from Blaze Blue. Okay, let me write that down. But yeah. Only other thing I gotta say is I'll recap the schedule and then we'll be off for the night. There we go. Written down. Formal yet militaristic. Ooh, okay. I got a background with a uniform, so I might be able to lend some insight to that too. My dad's a big collector of them. Okay, so one more time, just for the folks in the back. Of course, I'll be taking off Mother's Day to spend time with my mother. It's also Vapor Skull's birthday, so if you want to hang out starting at 1 p.m. PST, that's 3 p.m. CST. Vapor Skull is having his birthday stream. Skeletons of all kinds will be calling in, and I might show up there as well. Not as a guest, probably. Just like to say happy birthday because I'm gonna be potentially out with my mother that day if I can figure out what restaurant I can eat at. So Dark Souls Mondays returns. Fun. God, I love having a weekly scheduled stream that never happens on the day it's supposed to. Myriad Death, the Holofan game based on Calliope Mori and Hololive Myth. God, it's gonna be bittersweet to play it now, but it's full of Calliope Mori's music, so it's gonna get bonked. Eventually, you might have to go, or I might have to demonetize it manually. But damn it, it's worth getting demonetized in my current state. It's worth getting copyright warned, not stricken, just to be able to play the boss's game. And I've got plenty of... Nah, it's not going to be on an archive. It's going to be up as long as I can manage it. If I'm forced to bring it down, I'll bring it down, but I want to keep it up as long as I can. And we'll be trying to complete it, too. The boss has given a order, and I must follow through. Can you 100% this, deadbeats? Like to see you try. Well, at the very least, I'm going to try and get through the game all the way to the finish. But I do know what's ahead. I have played a lot of it off stream, but I'm going to start from scratch, start fresh, just to keep everybody on the same boat. And then on Thursday, Ridge Racer 64. I watched the Orion twins play it once. I played it once on my Switch. I am hooked, and I know how to drift. So I am more than ready to give that one a shot. It's a retro racer I've never played before. And it's only because I never grew up around an N64. Yeah. So, that all being said, thank you very much for a very warm welcome. I'm sorry to have worried a lot of you with all the posts and being too anxious to go on the air and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna be ever grateful that all of you spent a month waiting for me. Y'all had plenty of other places to be, and you chose tonight to be here, so I appreciate it. As long as you're taking care of yourself, yeah. And I'm grateful that I have a community that is understanding, and a bunch of friends who were helping me, listening to me, and of course, dear old Mama Bones, she put up with me, waking her up at 4 a.m. and calling a nurse just to calm me down. My parents went through a lot as much as I did, so big ups to the best parents in the world. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I got to go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters. It was amazing. It's worth every penny. And whenever there's another anniversary screening in your area, go do it. You will not regret it. The lights were vivid. The lightsabers were excellent. The sound design was immaculate. And the music, oh! Williams' finest work in full HD. Hell, 4K, Dolby Atmos, whatever. It's beautiful. It's an experience, and it's worth going to do, even if you have to rent a damn movie theater. Wait, no, they wouldn't have the film. They would just let you put it on DVD. Regardless, it's worth trying. And with that, for the first time in 36 days, I bid you adieu. Good night. I don't want the stream to end, but my voice is giving out. We'll be back on Monday with Dark Souls Remastered. Oh, I've been a month away from Dark Souls Remastered. I'm gonna get creamed. Good night, farewell, and as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. Ricky's back, baby. Ricky's back. Back. Back again. Again. Back. Ricky's back. Tell a friend. Friend. What entrance I'll plague the motel on Monday? Well, thanks for the nightmares. Adios.